Hey guys, welcome to Unmodded Gaming. I'm the Unmodded Gamer, and we are back with more Prison Architect. Now last time you have seen how we got a forestry and how the yard got placed from where the forestry is now to where the yard is right now. And you may have also seen that we have gotten a mailroom, a shop, a morgue, and a room where I will later put the classroom once I have that unlocked. And let me just have a quick look up here. I see we got education, which means that we can go ahead and build a classroom, but I will not do that yet, because I will first unlock remote access so that we can get our doors to open without needing a guard to go there. Okay, so I see it's work/free time now, and that is, well, still not yard time yet, but getting there. So I think I'll do two things now. First I'll remove that guard from the parole room because we don't need it. We have no parole hearings planned, not anymore. We do have some prisoners up for parole. Right, 2 up for parole, 2 in queue as you can see here. And let me just restart the parole hearings. And what I will also do is I will go ahead and put something like a sorting desk and a table into the rooms that we just built. So let me just go here. We have one more bench, by the way. Well, or maybe we don't. It looks like we don't actually, but anyway, let me just put in the mailroom a sorting desk. Let me just see where I can find that. Right. Oh no, that's an office desk. Shop front. Shop shelf. Here it is. Sorting desk. What else needs to be there? A table. Right, so in here. And you know what, let's just add in a light and a door. Let me just see. Yep, that will all be connected up. For the shop we need a table, a shop shelf and a shop front. So I'll make a shop front right here. A shop shelf, maybe 3 like that. And what else needs to be there? A table. Right. So like this. And again, let's put in a light and a door just for good measure. Then I will also get in the morgue a morgue slab, or a few morgue slabs. Maybe like 5. And a light. Why not? Why not get a light? Speaking of lights, I think I'll also put in 2 lights right here. And I'll assign this to be a classroom, so that later we can't just get our inmates to go to school, but we can also get our guards to, or we can give our guards tasers and teach them how to handle them. Okay. We now have 25 prisoners in, by the way. Well, that's a weird name. Comenta Lyoma Zyberovo or something. Showing quality of new Titanic shovels. This miner decapitated the neighbor, policeman, and dug their bodies in the rock. Sentenced to 20 years for multiple crimes including aggravated burglary and burglary. We also have White there, who has had an overdoses. And let me just see what he is in for. Matt White, 7 years for assaulting an officer. Let me just see. He has an active addiction. But what surprises me about that is that he still only has a 9% reoffending rate. Like, not only, but, you know, only in the, like, most addictive prisoners have a way higher reoffending chance, so that's why I say only here. We also got our kitchen safety and hygiene up. And let me just see in programs here. Workshop safety instruction, 11 interested. So I'll go ahead and start that. So we got quite a few things up and running now. And of course tomorrow we'll start our workshop thing. So, as we can see in the storage right now, the guards are pretty overwhelmed, it looks like, by the things that they have to do. And also the fact that almost all of them are tired makes me think that they have quite a tough job. And their work doesn't really go very fast. I mean, we're still waiting for everything to get into the mail room, the shop and the morgue. And they aren't even finished with the yard yet. Oh well. And there isn't really much we can do now. But what I haven't noticed, and that is something I have done well, not on purpose, but anyway, I've done it without noticing it. Here's some room for extension. Now I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but in case we ever needed to, we could do that, so that's convenient. And let me just see here, is there anyone suitable to become an informant? Well, no. It looks like there's also no betrayers or ex-cops or something like that. We do have a stoical prisoner. And he has done quite a few weird things if you believe his biography. He hacked into a NASA and tried to blow up Mars using the ISS. This failed and was caught after 2 years on the run. And he was sentenced to 5 years for kidnapping. And it's now eating time. What's that prisoner doing? Death by dangerous driving. Okay. Maybe they came out of the kitchen. But then I wonder why they don't enter through that door like the cooks are doing. But who knows? And I see we have fed almost all prisoners. We are still waiting for funds for another like 40 hours or something, which isn't all that much. I mean, I believe it says 48 hours. So, yeah. We don't have to wait that much longer. Also, it is now free time and it is evening, which means that I will put the speed to fast, because they're almost going to sleep. And what I will do tonight is, I think I'll do a shakedown once it's sleeping time. So right now. And I'm curious to what I'm going to find, because as I've already built quite a few things, it's gonna take a while for them to finish. I also have no more guards doing nothing. So I think it's a good thing that I did this at night, because not only will this prevent the prisoners from going crazy. Yes, the danger level will rise, but you know, it will also go down before the end of the night. But it also gives the guards some extra time to do the shakedown. Now, they're already done whilst I'm talking, and I have 2 guards stationed in the forestry still. Well, I should have done this earlier. Well, that's just something I just found out. But anyway, we also found a climbing rope, but no tunnels, which is kind of surprising, but also doing a shakedown isn't a foolproof way of finding tunnels. For that you should you have to do a tunnel search, but I'm not going to do that because they've already been disturbed by me doing that shakedown. Now the mill room and the shop are up and running, just like the morgue, which means that I will put some prisoners to work in the mill room and the shop. Maybe like 2 in the mill room and 3 in the shop. And now that it is free time and no more nights, I'll put the speed to normal, and I will also put a guard back in parole because, well, the danger level's pretty high and rising, and there's a parole hearing about to get started, I think. Why is that? Why are there still prisoners in the forestry? What I will do is this. I'll make it staff only. And oh, he's trying to escape. Guards, get over there now. Oh, he has done it. He has escaped. Okay. Well, those guards weren't fast enough. The danger level is falling, by the way, as you can see here. Well, that certainly wasn't very good, but anyway, now that I think about it, we don't need barbed wire there anymore, so we can dismantle this all. And that is going to take a while. I'm also not going to speak a lot, because I need to concentrate. But you may have noticed that I dismantle them instead of dumping them. And I do that on purpose because if I ever were to build a fence around this prison, which I certainly will, I can reuse the barbed wire. That's a little cheaper. Alright, we have done that. And have a look at that. The workshop thing is gonna start. Just like the parole hearing. It's too bad the foreman is tired. Wait, is he called Petit? Sentenced to 44 years for multiple crimes including arson and criminal damage. And he has a 44-year-old wife. And he is 42. Okay, so he's gonna be in here for a while. Veenendaal. Well, that's a Dutch name. Mitch the Killer Veenendaal. A young guy that killed 3 people and he robbed several stores. Sentenced to 3 years for assault. Okay, let me just see how he is doing. 0 for health, 5 for security, 1 for reform, and 10 for punishment. Still around 30% chance of reoffending. He has only been in my prison for 1 day. Okay, so he is deadly. Let me just see who is in for parole. Oh. But he has only been in my prison for 1 day. But anyways, guys, I think that this is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and stay unmodded.